WWE reportedly have an option to buy TNA Wrestling built into their current working relationship with the organization over the next several years. John Cena's WWE retirement match is now looking unlikely to air head-to-head with AEW World's End in December. We'll let you know why. He does have a match coming up against Brock Lesnar at a yet-to-be-announced WWE PLE, and reportedly there is disagreement over who should win this upcoming match. Trick Williams retains the TNA World Championship at TNA Emergence. Sami Callahan, he has retired from professional wrestling after being defeated by Mike Santana. Drew McIntyre explains why he attacked Cody Rhodes last week on Smackdown. We want cross chants heard during the broadcast of the Blue brand on USA Network. Sami Zayn has been officially traded from Raw to Smackdown. He's now a member of the Smackdown roster. You would have seen last night that King of the Hill ads featured in and around the ring on SmackDown. The Elegance brand are still the TNA Knockouts World Tag Team Champions. John Cena is advertised for next week's episode of SmackDown. Ying signs a brand new TNA wrestling contract. Hendry is confirmed for the upcoming episode of WWE NXT. And Hook signs a brand new AEW contract. Hey guys, welcome back to Wrestling News 365. Hope everyone is doing very well. As always, there are plenty of news stories to get into in the world of professional wrestling. As you can see right there, we are now less than 250 subscribers away from 24,000. So if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe as we aim to get to 24,000 on that road to 25k in 2025. Now let's begin with more information when it comes to a possible sale of TNA Wrestling amid rumors of a possible deal involving a former UFC owner this week, as well as a possible move for TNA Impact to a WWE affiliated network. Now, WWE's working relationship with TNA could change significantly, with the sports entertainment powerhouse allegedly having an option to buy TNA Wrestling written into their working agreement. Recent reports suggested that former UFC CEO Lorenzo Fertitta was interested in purchasing TNA Wrestling amidst the brand's renewed popularity as part of their relationship with WWE. Other reports suggested earlier this year that WWE could be interested in buying TNA outright, with recent chatter indicating that WWE would want to position TNA as the number 2 promotion in the USA and effectively cripple All Elite Wrestling's operations. Writing in the Wrestling Observer newsletter, Dave Meltzer states that TNA's working relationship with WWE is similar to deals that several European indies had with WWE several years back. The likes of WXW, ICW, and Progress inked deals with WWE, allowing their programming on the WWE Network, with the deals having an optional clause that allowed WWE to purchase their companies outright within a permitted time frame. Now, Meltzer states that this has been confirmed by a source within WWE, with it further detailed that WWE does indeed have an option for, quote, a certain length of time, end quote, to buy TNA Wrestling, and that WWE also have the right of first refusal to match any outside offers for TNA. It is implied that any interested buyers of TNA would have to be friendly with WWE potentially having some say who would get the keys to the promotion. In the case of the rumoured Fertitta buyout, Fertitta has worked closely with TKO head Ari Emanuel and UFC CEO Dana White, with Fertitta's Zuffa having owned UFC from 2001 until 2016, at which point the MMA powerhouse was sold to Emanuel's WME IMG alongside other interested parties. So do you think that TNA will eventually be owned by WWE/TKO, or will it go to someone who at least is friendly with WWE? Let me know your thoughts about that in the comments section below. Now, before we get to the next news story about John Cena's retirement match possibly not going head-to-head with AEW World's End, first, we've got to talk about NordVPN. This video has been created in collaboration with NordVPN. Now, right now, WWE just announced a brand new United States media rights deal that will see all of their PLEs head to ESPN's new streaming service beginning in 2026. And there's a bit of uncertainty about how much that's going to cost you, the consumer, and how much you could be charged to watch WWE PLEs beginning in 2026. Meanwhile, over here in the UK, we get to watch every episode of Raw, SmackDown, NXT, every single PLE, including WrestleMania, SummerSlam, the Royal Rumble, and Survivor Series, plus a selection of WWE archive shows as part of our regular Netflix subscription. We also get to watch episodes of Saturday Night's Main Event on YouTube for free, and you can too with NordVPN. All you have to do is get a plan with NordVPN and have a virtual private network. What's that? Well, this is a service that protects your internet connection and privacy online. VPNs create an encrypted tunnel for your data, protect your online identity by hiding your IP address, and allow you to use public Wi-Fi hotspots safely. This allows you to change your location to countries all over the world, including here in the UK. Therefore, you can have access to programs on streaming services like Netflix and YouTube that won't be available to you in your country. Therefore, you can join the rest of us and watch episodes of Raw, Smackdown, NXT, and WWE PLEs as part of your regular Netflix subscription. So what are you waiting for? Get yourself a plan with NordVPN by scanning the QR code on the screen or clicking the link in the video description or the pinned comment in the comment section. Right now, you can get up to 72% off and an Amazon gift card too. The bigger the plan, the bigger the reward. Scan the QR code, click the link in the video description or the pinned comment in the comment section and get NordVPN today. Now let's talk about John Cena's WWE retirement match and the possibility it could go head-to-head with AEW World's End. John Cena's time is nearly up, but after reports stated WWE were looking at running Cena's final match head-to-head with AEW World's End, it looks like their plans are unlikely to pan out. WWE, of course, have aggressively counter-programmed several major All Elite Wrestling pay-per-views in 2025, running Saturday Night's Main Event shows, Evolution 2, and several NXT PLEs against AEW's pay-per-views. Recent reports suggested that Cena's last match could be set for December 27th in Boston directly against AEW World's End, but a new report from WrestleVotes Radio suggests broadcaster NBC have had their say about when they want to air Cena's final match. Quote, after asking around about the rumored dates for John Cena's last match, we're told NBC's preferred choice is Saturday night, December 13th. Whilst running Cena's last match against World End would serve as a blow to AEW's promotional efforts, NBC have bigger obligations on December 27th. Quote, December 27th remains an option, although unlikely, as NBC has already an NFL contractual obligation with an exclusive game on Peacock that night, and they'd rather not compete with themselves, according to a source. While December 27th does line up with the AEW World's End pay-per-view, something WWE could and would like to counter, sources doubt it will be chosen because of the NFL obligation on NBC's part, continue the report. Now, it doesn't mean WWE aren't set to program AEW again this year, because of course WWE are set to run John Cena versus Brock Lesnar at All Out on September 20th, 2025. And speaking of that match, there reportedly is disagreement within the company over who should win it. The rivalry between John Cena and Brock Lesnar, which stretches, of course, all the way back to 2003, was rekindled at SummerSlam a few weeks ago as Lesnar appeared on WWE programming for the first time in 2 years and laid out the 17-time world champion with an F5 to close out the show. WWE plans call for the latest Brock Lesnar versus John Cena match to take place at a as-yet-to-be-announced premium live event on September 20th, the same day as AEW All Out. WWE have stepped up their efforts to counter-program All Elite Wrestling's pay-per-views as part of a campaign to try and put AEW out of business, according to new reports, by the end of their current TV deal with WBD in 2027. While plans are in place for when Brock Lesnar versus John Cena will take place, a consensus has yet to be reached on who should actually win the match. According to Bodyslam, many within WWE want John Cena to go over Brock Lesnar in the match, but some key figures within the company also believe Lesnar should be winning his first match back following a 2-year hiatus. Brock Lesnar's time away from WWE was not a self-imposed exile and was instead due to him being named in Janelle Grant's sex trafficking lawsuit against Vince McMahon and WWE. The company's legal team cleared Lesnar to return in the weeks leading up to SummerSlam, although there has been no change in Lesnar's status within Grant's lawsuit itself. Let's go over to TNA Wrestling. Trick Williams, the WWE NXT superstar, is still the TNA World Champion. The main event of TNA's Emergence Special was a singles match for the TNA World Championship. The champion Trick Williams defended against Moose. The back end of the bout saw Williams accidentally hit his trick shot finisher on the referee because Moose dodged the maneuver. When the referee was down, Moose speared Williams, but he was not able to get a count. Fast forward to another sequence, and Moose went for a spear, but he missed and went into the turnbuckle. Williams proceeded to hit him with 2 trick shots and got the victory to retain the TNA World Championship. TNA President Carlos Silva entered the ring to hand Williams the championship. Now, continuing to talk about TNA Emergence, Sami Callahan has retired. After losing to Mike Santana at TNA Emergence, Sami Callahan lived up to his word. He left his boots in the ring and officially retired. While that had been the stipulation leading up to the match, he came to the ring in Baltimore, Maryland, and made the match a Baltimore street fight. Ultimately, Callahan gave his all but succumbed to spin the block. It appeared he nearly kicked out before the referee counted to 3, but the decision was final. After that match, Santana showed Callahan respect. Callahan was also greeted backstage by many in the TNA locker room. Eric Young had a problem with him, however. Eric Young told Sami Callahan to not buy into the love of his peers. Joe Hendry got in his face. Young said that everything in TNA that's going wrong right now is Hendry's fault, and then left so that Callahan could continue receiving the fond wishes of his friends now that he enters the next chapter of his life. According to Cage Match, Callahan has competed in 1,417 matches. He has previously held the TNA Wrestling World Championship. He also had a brief period in WWE NXT under the name Solomon Crow. Of course, you wish him the best in his retirement. Going back to Smackdown last night, and Drew McIntyre explained his actions as to why he kicked Cody Rhodes' head through the announce table last Friday on WWE Smackdown. McIntyre began by saying there was no update on Cody and accused WWE of hiding the medical report. McIntyre said that Cody needs the pat on the back, and he knows what that is like because that was him 5 years ago, but he's evolved. Drew said he wants the WWE Championship because he has earned it and he deserves it. Who is Cody without his story and without his title? He's nobody, and he knows it, McIntyre said. McIntyre continued that he didn't attack Cody. Cody attacked him. McIntyre said that he's not the bad guy and that if he's provoked, he will do very violent things and that he is the real nightmare. Continuing on for SmackDown, and we did hear chants of "We Want Cross" on the show. Karrion Kross officially departed WWE on August 10th as his contract expired and was not renewed. On WWE SmackDown last night, fans in Boston briefly chanted "We Want Cross" during the opening segment. The chants could be heard as Sami Zayn stood in the ring with Solo Sikoa, while MFT's Tonga Loa, JC Mateo, and Tala Tonga exited. Zayn was Cross's final opponent in WWE, with the two clashing at WWE SummerSlam. Zayn was victorious, refusing to use a pipe to hit Kross and instead winning the honorable way. Kross acknowledged the chants on social media, writing, quote, "I hear you." Now, while making the media rounds, Kross revealed that he was offered a new WWE deal in the week of his contract expiration, but he was only given 24 hours to accept it before it was rescinded. Kross wanted to talk about the deal before accepting, but conversations never progressed. Now, of course, some are still skeptical that this is an elaborate work by Kross and Scarlett, although that is outwardly and openly being denied by the former WWE superstars. We spoke about Sami Zayn. He is now officially a member of the WWE SmackDown roster. Sami Zayn made another surprise appearance on WWE SmackDown this week, confronting Solo Sikoa and MFT's Tonga Loa, Tala Tonga, and JC Mateo. Zayn turned his focus to the WWE United States Championship, saying he's never won the title and noting that he pinned Sikoa last Friday on SmackDown. Sikoa told him to go away as he was not a part of the SmackDown roster. Zayn then informed the United States Champion that he is officially a member of the Blue Brand now. Sikoa and the MFTs went after Zayn, who was saved by Jimmy Uso and Jacob Fatu, setting up the six-man tag team match that took place in the main event. Now, as I mentioned, Sami Zayn made a surprise appearance last Friday on WWE SmackDown in Montreal, Quebec, Canada, defeating Sikoa in a non-title match. Now, if you watched SmackDown last night, you would have seen the latest center ring sponsor, as well as several sponsors around the ring. And the WWE and King of the Hill partnership came to fruition on SmackDown. Fans may have noticed the King of the Hill logo in the center of the ring on SmackDown, and the LED boards on the outside, and the ring post advertising the animated series. The new season is now available on Hulu. Variety first reported the news of the animated comedy and sports entertainment crossover. Quote, for the WWE Friday Night SmackDown show in Boston on August 15th, a custom wrestling mat will feature King of the Hill signage, and digital creative will be shown throughout the arena. WWE superstar Sheamus and Johnny Gargano will create videos inspired by moments from the show. Going back to TNA Emergence and the TNA Knockouts World Tag Team Championships were on the line. The TNA Knockouts World Tag Team titles stay right where they are, but the volatility around the TNA Knockouts World Championships continued to escalate. At TNA Emergence, the Elegance brand defeated Ying and Xia Brookside, the Inspiration and Fatal Influence, to retain the TNA Knockouts World Tag Team Championships. A third woman accompanied each team. Ash by Elegance accompanied her brand. Masa Slamovich accompanied the team of Lee and Brookside. Mara Sade, formerly known as Shakara Jackson in WWE NXT, accompanied the Inspiration. Lastly, WWE NXT Women's Champion and TNA Knockouts World Champion Jacy Jayne accompanied the other members of Fatal Influence. Mara Sade, Ash by Elegance, Jacy Jayne and Masa Slamovich brawled in the ring to disrupt the match. Amid all of the chaos, M by Elegance utilized one of the championship belts to knock out Cassie Lee and score the victory. Fatal Influence and the Elegance brand will do battle on the August 19th episode of WWE NXT in a 6-woman tag team match. Jacy Jayne will also defend the TNA Knockouts World Championship against Ash by Elegance and Masa Slamovich at WWE NXT Heatwave. Now, going to SmackDown next week, John Cena will be returning to the show. John Cena and 2 matches have been announced for the August 22nd episode of WWE Friday Night SmackDown. WWE confirmed that John Cena will be in Ireland for the August 22nd WWE SmackDown, plus R-Truth will take on Aleister Black next Friday on WWE SmackDown. Black confronted Truth backstage. Truth, who was excited to talk about Cena returning to his babyface form, switched to Killings, taking on a more serious tone. In tag team competition, the Motor City Machine Guns will take on Mellow Dome Miz. The two teams got in a confrontation backstage with SmackDown General Manager Nick Aldis present. Aldis quickly made the match official. Now, speaking of Li Yingling, she signed a brand new contract with TNA Wrestling at the TNA Emergence Special. As it was ongoing, there was an in-ring segment that featured TNA Wrestling President Carlos Silva, Tommy Dreamer, Jazz, Xia Brookside, Masa Slamovich, and Li Yingling. During the segment, led by Dreamer, and he announced that TNA had a new contract for Lee. Lee was visibly appreciative of the words Dreamer said about her, and then she then went on to sign the contract. Joe Hendry is set to appear on this week's edition of WWE NXT. Joe Hendry, sometimes a local hero and often regarded as prestigious, will be in Philadelphia for the August 19th episode of WWE NXT. The announcement was made during TNA Emergence. Joe Hendry came to the ringside area to call the match between Mike Santana and Sammy Callahan. While he was settling down for commentary with Tom Hannafin and Matthew Rewalt, Tom announced that Joe was going to be in Philadelphia for the next episode of WWE NXT. And finally, Hook has reportedly signed a brand new multi-year contract with All Elite Wrestling. Hook has signed a new deal with AEW, with the multi-time FTW champion set to remain with the promotion for years. The cold-hearted handsome devil has been absent from AEW TV for several months due to concussion issues, with some questioning his future in the organization. However, AEW ran vignettes hyping the second-generation star's return on the August 13th edition of AEW Dynamite. A report from Fightful Select has revealed that Hook, in fact, signed a new deal with AEW sometime in 2024, and although details of the contract have not yet been revealed, it is said that Hook has years left on his deal. Reports in early 2025 noted that Hook had retained the services of agent Barry Bloom amid contract discussions with AEW, with factual reports stating that when news of Hook and Bloom's professional relationship was made public, Hook had actually already re-signed with the company. Bloom and his team helped broker deals for the likes of Will Ospreay, the Young Bucks, Kazuchika Okada, and others in AEW. Hook last competed in April, notably vomiting in the ring mid-match. He performed a run-in at Double or Nothing, but has not been involved since, but he's getting closer, as the vignette proved, to a return to AEW TV soon. But there you go, guys, the latest pro wrestling news for you. Be sure to smash a like on the like button. As you can see right there as well, we're less than 250 subscribers away from 24,000 on that road to 25k in 2025. So if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe. Remember, you can scan the QR codes when they appear on the sidebar, or click the link in the video description. You become a member of the WN365 roster. And don't forget to utilize our special link to get up to 72% off NordVPN, particularly with a busy year when it comes to streaming pro wrestling. You can save time and money and benefit you, the consumer. So scan the QR code when it appears on the sidebar, or you can click the link in the video description below. It's going to be pinned in the comment section too, and you can save up to 72% off your subscription. I appreciate everyone for tuning in as always, and I'll speak to you again very, very soon.
Hey guys, thank you for watching, listening, streaming, or however you come across this video today. Be sure to click on the video on the right there to watch our next video, or click the bottom there to subscribe, or the bottom right hand corner. Thank you very much, and I'll speak to you again very soon.